If you've been wondering whether Ao Nang, Krabi, Thailand is worth visiting, well, you're in the right place. Ao Nang has become the go-to spot for travelers looking for an easy getaway to some of Thailand's most iconic islands like the Phi Phi Islands and Railay Beach. But the question is, how good is this area, really? I've been coming to Thailand on and off since 2018, exploring many parts of the country, but somehow I never set foot in Krabi. Until now. As we explore Ao Nang, I'll be rating it based on 3 key factors. Number 1. Location. How convenient is it to visit places like Railay Beach, go on island tours, and explore Krabi's top attractions while staying in Ao Nang? Number 2. Cost. How budget friendly is it, and how far does your money really go here? Number 3. Social scene. What's the vibe like? Who comes here and what kind of people can you expect to meet? Joining me on this adventure is my good friend Jacob, who has spent over a year living in Bangkok. Before we hit the streets of Ao Nang, let me show you where we're staying. This is the Sabai Hotel Ao Nang, and it's located very central here in Ao Nang. Just a few hundred meters from the beach, and I mean, if we want to go to like Railay, if we want to go on a boat tour, whatever, it's gonna be very convenient for such things, alright? And the funny thing is that we're only paying $50 a night for this place. We're 2 people, so quick maths, it's $25 per person, which is quite the deal if you ask me. Worth mentioning though is that I booked this place months in advance because I knew the exact dates where we're going here. So if you're looking to stay in Ao Nang, definitely book something way further in advance, because if you book on short notice, well, you might look at paying like double or even triple the price. We're out here now on the main road, and bro, what is your first impressions?
I mean, it's a lot of like tourists. I guess it's a very popular tourist spot, so obviously it's gonna be a lot of that, but it's very crowded. When you told me like, yeah, we're going to Krabi Ao Nang, I thought like, oh, it's gonna be this like nice village kind of vibe, you know, but it's actually pretty crowded. But I like it, like I get a good energy from this place for sure.
I agree, and this place, to be honest, it reminds me a lot of Patong. Spent some late nights there when I was younger, let's just put it like that. The reason why we're coming here is essentially to have a quick island escape from the life of Bangkok, right? It's gonna be interesting to see how Ao Nang and Krabi holds up compared to a place like Phuket and Patong in particular. Right, so we made it down to Ao Nang Beach. We're actually going right now to Railay Beach to try to catch the sunset. We're a bit on a time crunch here, so let's hurry. It was 200 baht for a return ticket, essentially, so we're going back and forth. Last boat back is 7 p.m, but if you're going at 7, you actually have to pay 50 baht extra. Okay, cup and cup. Honestly, guys, I might have been a little bit too harsh on Ao Nang Beach when I compared it to Patong Beach, because what Ao Nang Beach has that Patong hasn't is the fact that it's surrounded by these beautiful limestone cliffs. Got some double vlogging action going on here, but we made it onto the boat, so I'll catch you guys at Railay. Let's go. As we headed out on our boat trip, the sun began to set and it was truly magical. 15 minutes later, we arrived, and I have to say, Railay is easily one of the most stunning beaches I've ever seen. That said, it was quite crowded. Who would have thought? If you're coming here mainly for photos or videos and find that a little bit off-putting, you can actually get some great shots just by the boats, and I'll show you my favorite picture I took here later in this video. Also, if you time your boat ride with the sunset, just like we did, you'll experience the same beautiful scenery, but without the crowds. After taking it all in, we decided to grab dinner at a restaurant right next to the beach. Okay, cup and cup. We got ourselves some chicken and rice. Hey, gym bro classic, alright. Always gotta fuel those gains. So yeah, let's have a bite here. Got the knife and spoon like true tourists here. About to dig in. And this meal came out to 100 baht, which is quite reasonable if you ask me. We actually went out like last night and had a meal for around 400 baht or something like that. So we ate like right next to the Ao Nang beach. So if you want more affordable food, well, I mean, here at Railay was a bit more affordable, and also if you walk further up the main street of Ao Nang. We're gonna have to check out this place later in this video, again, like properly, but for now, we're just gonna enjoy our meal and I'll catch you guys later. We made our way back from Railay Beach and headed over to the Ao Nang night market. And first impressions, I mean, man, this place is very alive, holds Bangkok standards for sure. I mean, we got everything from like clothes to souvenirs and a bunch of night market street food. So let's see what this place is all about. Let's go. Decided to go with some sushi here, and I can pick it myself, so I'm gonna do my best here to kind of vlog this for you guys. Hiding a little bit from the masses here, but yeah, sushi can never go wrong with that, honestly. 200 baht for all this too, very affordable, man. So can I have 5 chicken? Kind of got FOMO here of Jacob, who got, I mean, this chicken skewers looks very good if you ask me. All right, got the chicken skewers right here. And bro, this night market is actually way bigger than I expected. Anyways, I like it. Could never go wrong with like some chicken skewers. Catching us sweating here at the smoothie stall. What are we having?
Going for watermelon and a dragon fruit special combo.
A bro date. How romantic, huh? Day 2, and we're sitting here having some breakfast, lunch, brunch, whatever, our first meal of the day at this restaurant, Pyramids it's called, and we're having some chicken biryani. This came out to 300 baht with a drink included. Pretty fair if you ask me. We have some fun stuff planned for the day, but before we get into that, I'm just gonna enjoy this meal, man, and I'll catch you guys in just a bit. Hello, Sawadee Krap. I'm wondering how much is a private tour to like the 4 Island or the Hong Island?
4 Island private tour long tail boat.
Yeah, how much is that?
How many person?
2 people.
2 people is around 4,000 baht. Sir.
4,000.
Yeah.
They give me better price down the road.
How much?
You do 2 places at 3.5 for the 4 Island tour.
Actually, if you need this price, I can give you this price.
3,500. Right, so trying to make our minds up here about an island tour, right? Which is definitely going to happen later in this video, right? But we haven't decided which islands we're going to. We're not sure which one is the best, but we're definitely going for like a private long-tail boat tour, whatever that is, you know. I feel like that is definitely worth the extra money so you can get those like dope boat shots. Anyways, day 2, and we have to kind of like come on here, let's go. I have a few things on my mind that I want to share that I didn't share yesterday. So first thing is actually how we walk right now, the sidewalks. Seems like a very minor detail, but bro, the sidewalks are so wide, and I'm a dude who walks a lot, okay? If you get like 10 to 15,000 steps in each day, well, it's quite convenient to have like big sidewalks like this. Second thing is actually the air. If you're used to Bangkok, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about here, because when you walk along the main road of Sukhumvit in Bangkok, perhaps not the best air at all times, so just being able to breathe freely, it's truly a blessing. Ay, 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 it is hot today, guys. But yeah, as you can tell, we made ourselves back to Railay Beach, or Railay Beach. I think it's Railay, and I think I've said like Railay throughout this video. Whatever, if you guys know how to properly pronounce it, maybe let me know in the comments. Helps with the engagement so I can reach more people. I'm rambling. The goal here today is, I mean, to take some banger shots. There's a lot of people here today, which is to be expected. I mean, it is the high season, and if you want this beach by yourself, well, I mean, first of all, good luck. Right now, it's around 3 p.m. Yeah, 3 p.m. as you can tell. Best odds, just come here very early in the morning, perhaps like 6 a.m. or something. But you can also consider traveling here like in the off season, probably gonna be a bit less people at least. This is like the prime high season. Anyways, I think it's time to go off shirtless and get those banging shots. Roll in, let's go. Well, this was definitely a tougher mission than expected. I think this is more about setting the right expectations when you come here, because sorry to break it to you, but you're definitely not gonna get that clean, like picturesque beach shot that you might have intended to go for. But with that said though, you can kind of frame it in a cool way if you take some shots just by the boat like I did. You can probably put it up on the screen right now. So I'm kind of satisfied at the end of the day, but we're definitely gonna find a different solution for this to still get those like cool pictures we intended for. So perhaps it comes just from renting that long tail boat. I guess we'll find out. It is Saturday night, my friends, and we're out here for the night at, well, the main street of Ao Nang, just a few hundred meters down from the accommodation, all right. And I'm feeling way too overdressed. I mean, I just have a t-shirt and a pair of pants, you know, nothing crazy, but bro, people are walking around with like basketball jerseys and shorts, so you'll definitely get away with pretty much everything here. Don't feel the pressure to dress up like I did. Anyways, on the other side of the street, we have like the main nightlife hub of Krabi, as far as I'm aware at least. So the plan is go and check it out to see what it's all about and see how it holds up compared to Phuket. Well, that was quite the experience, let's just put it like that. Any thoughts?
I mean, I kind of liked the food in the beginning. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, well, then it took a turn for the worse. They described the area as like food and entertainment district, and I guess you can imagine what type of place that was. I think I got grabbed 5 times in those 5 minutes I spent there. I'm not the biggest fan of that culture here in Thailand, to be honest. I was kind of joking when I was comparing it to Phuket. You obviously don't come here to Krabi for the nightlife. Better to go to Patong for that, for like proper nightclubs. But just be aware that these types of shenanigans do exist here in Krabi as well. It is day 4 here in Krabi. Yes, day 4. We actually took yesterday off to get some proper rest, but we're back at it, my friends. But to kind of catch you guys up to speed, yesterday we went to Krabi's top-rated spa for some deep tissue massage. 1,000 baht for that treatment. It was great. So if you want to treat yourself a little bit whilst being here in Ao Nang, might be worth checking out, you feel me? Also, we did our laundry for the first time whilst being here. 50 baht for 1 kg of clothes, very reasonable as well. And today, we're finally booking that private tour I've been teasing throughout this whole video, right? But before we do so, we have to go for a gym session here at Heroic Fitness Club. So we actually signed up for an entire week, and it cost us, drum roll please, 850 baht. That is very good if you ask me, all right? If you want to go for a day pass here, it costs 200 baht. So do what's most convenient for you, all right? And with that said, let's hit that session. Let's go. We're looking to do a private long-tail boat tour.
For tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow.
Yes, 2,000 baht for the boat.
So can we choose the hours when we go?
Yes, you can start from 8 between Winterville.
Well, that was quite straightforward. Tomorrow we're going for that long-awaited boat tour, my friends. I'm excited, but right now I'm going to check out Lotus because apparently it exists here in Ao Nang too. I thought it only was like a Bangkok thing. Figured we check it out and see what it's about here in Ao Nang. Let's go. There we go, Lotus, my friends. And we took a Grab to get here, which is one of the main transportation forms here in Ao Nang. We took a car, but it's very common to take a Grab bike as well, and it's very affordable. The Grab car costs us around 70 baht for that little trip, and it will cost you around half for a Grab bike. So yeah, just so you know, that's how you get around here essentially. But yeah, Lotus, this is their Go Fresh chain, which is a little bit smaller than the original Lotus, right? But I think they have pretty much everything we need. So let's go ahead and check it out. Lotus in Thailand is like 7-Eleven on steroids. One of the country's largest retail chains, offering everything from household goods to electronics. Their Go Fresh supermarkets are more compact, focusing on daily essentials like fresh food, snacks and drinks. I stocked up on a few necessities and couldn't resist some fresh watermelon, which I later enjoyed on the balcony. We made it out on the island tour. Finally, alright. Behind us is our private driver, and we'll be out here for 4 hours, which I feel is like perfect for a day like this. I've done a few tours of this in the past in Phuket actually. I went to like Phi Phi Islands, Maya Bay, so I don't feel like the need to see those again. So yeah, this little tour will be perfect for us. So hopefully we can pull off some great pictures. All right. As we explore these islands, I'm also gonna evaluate these 3 key points that I brought up earlier in this video, right? So we're gonna find out if Ao Nang truly lived up to the hype. this is exactly why you want to go on a private boat tour like this. I'm legit so satisfied with some of the shots I just pull off right with this backdrop. And these are the golden shots you won't pull off during like a group tour. So if you want cool pictures like this, well, consider getting a private boat, all right? I feel like right now will be the perfect time to kind of evaluate the first point, which is the location of Ao Nang. And honestly, guys, straight up, I have to give it a 5 out of 5, you know? I think you can't stay at a better place if you want like easy access to all of Krabi's major attractions and going out and doing like activities like this, you know, boat tours. Maybe you want to go climbing or you want to go out driving ATVs or something like that. You can't beat Ao Nang in that section. So definitely a 5 out of 5. We made it onto the second island of this little tour, all right? So I figured now will be the perfect time to talk about the cost in Ao Nang. And I mean, it is safe to say that Ao Nang is a little bit of a tourist hotspot, so the prices will be directly influenced by that. And your biggest expense is most likely going to be the accommodation, all right? But as I talked about earlier in this video, you can definitely save big bucks if you book far in advance. So if you can lock in your accommodation early on, definitely do so. If we talk about like foods, we had plenty of meals that was less than 100 baht.
And here my mic cut out for some unknown reason. But what I was getting at is that while Ao Nang is a tourist hotspot, there's still plenty of affordable restaurants around. It's not as cheap as other parts of Thailand, but if we take a step back and compare it to Western standards, it's still very budget friendly. One thing that surprised me was how affordable the gym membership was. In Bangkok, a day pass at your average gym usually costs around 500 baht, so I mean paying 850 baht for an entire week was definitely great value. Ao Nang isn't a budget traveler's paradise, but it's not overly expensive either, and in some ways it's actually quite affordable. So for cost, I'm giving it a solid 3 out of 5.
Right, so it's time to tackle the third and last point, which is the social scene. And I even brought out my notes here because I feel like I have a few things to say, because this point was the one that surprised me the most. I think the easiest way to describe Ao Nang is that it's like Patong but without Bangla Road. And if you haven't heard about Bangla Road before, well, congrats to you, I guess. But let's just say it's a bit of a crazy place in, you know, Phuket. It's like the nightlife capital of Thailand, I would say. When you stay at the main road of Ao Nang, there's going to be a lot of street vendors approaching you, trying to sell you on their goods. Same thing with like taxi drivers and massage ladies pulling you in. And I mean, for some people that can be exciting. For me, not really. I've been in Thailand enough. I experienced enough of that already. So yeah, we were just looking for a chill time. The crowd mainly consisted of Westerners in their early 20s and families with like young children. And if you would have asked me, you know, 6-7 years ago what I thought about Krabi if I went earlier in my years, I would probably love this place if I went like 7 years ago. The thing I have to mention though is that the locals here have been amazing. You're always greeted with a smile, which definitely carries up the points a little bit. So in terms of social life, I'll give it a solid 2.5 out of 5. That was it for this video. Quite an ambitious one, I'm not gonna lie. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more travel content. And with that said, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.